Hello again. In this instalment of Spiritual Wisdom, I'm grateful to all of you who follow me here and of this little community here on YouTube. And if you've been here before, welcome back. I hope you're doing well. And if you're new here, welcome. I hope you're doing well. My name is Nicholas, and on my channel I talk about witchcraft, Wicca, paganism, self-love, crystals and their magical properties, as well as plants and their magical properties. And I do readings on the channel and talk about all matter of philosophical and spiritual topics. So if you're interested in those types of things, you know what to do. Please subscribe, join this amazing community, and click the bell icon to be notified each time I upload a new video. Now, as this series, as I'm doing a magical herb series right now, so on this, the name of this series is called, because eventually all these videos will be put into a playlist, and the name of the playlist is all things to do with herbs and magical ingredients. So tea, so this is like a Tetley tea bag, but the tea we drink in the UK is black tea, and there'll be different brands of black tea, but you know, tea is made from tea leaves. So like the brown tea leaves you see are like, they dry the leaves out, they're originally green but then they dye them out, and then the sort of, you know, when they dry them and then process them, that changes the colour of them into this dried brown colour we get. Okay, now the magical correspondences of tea, it connects to the goddess energy, so it connects to the feminine divine, the goddess energy. It also connects to the moon, so tea leaves connect to the moon energy. They connect with the energy of earth. They're very grounding, balancing, nurturing, so they've got that earth energy. They're protective in the sense they can help, you know, they absorb negative energy and transmute it into something positive. But also you could use tea leaves and protection magic to, you know, to create a sort of barrier of protection, an energetic wall or barrier of protection, because the earth is also a bit, you know, it's if you think of a rock symbolises the earth, and then in some cases like a wall or a rock would be a boundary in some cases. And in ancient times, if you think of walls, many cultures built walls to keep enemies out. So tea can create an energetic wall of protection, an earthy or sort of grounded, you know, very good at creating an energetic wall of protection to keep you safe from harm or danger. So that's why you could use it in protection magic. Now, tea leaves are very psychic because of the moon connection. The moon is a very magical, psychic planet, and tea leaves connect to the psychic energy, and also they're used in divination. You know, for many years people would drink loose tea, which was black tea, and certain people would kid on they were drinking tea, but actually were doing tea leaf readings, because tea leaf reading, and some, you know, there was times where it was done in secret because people would just think you were drinking tea and it would be inconspicuous. People wouldn't think you were doing any rituals of that, they'd think you were just... So sometimes in history people were doing magic or that, but they disguised it as just drinking tea. And tea leaf reading has got a beautiful history and it's an example of that. But also there are parts of the world where as times went on where doing tea leaf reading was also a practice that was revered and respected. And it's a practice we know today, but years ago people who done it were pretending they were just drinking tea, but actually they were reading tea leaves as well. So sometimes people have had to hide their magic by making what they're doing seem unsuspicious. You know, sometimes people have had to hide their magic. And even today, some people still do magic, but they hide it in subtle ways because there's witches in the broom closet, people who are on a spiritual path for their own reason. But tea leaves are also very good at enhancing your psychic gifts, your abilities. They're also good for money, and if you think about it, tea is to be worth a fortune as well. So it's got that rich history, but the plant remembers that energy, and because people associated, you know, tea with money and there was wars over it, or it would be worth a lot of money. So tea has got that energy of wealth as well, the energy of wealth. So again, you can use it to, and because of the moon energy, it's like what your financial dreams are. So the moon, because the moon connects with dreams, you can use plants or that connect with the moon to manifest your dreams into being. So the moon energy and it helps manifest your dreams, your desires as well, and it helps bring in wealth, abundance. Um, you could just use tea and a love working as well. You could use other herbs alongside tea, but even just using tea on its own, if you're single and you want love, you could use love to bring in someone who's grounded, nurtured, someone who's loyal and honest, someone who's someone that's got those type of qualities. You could use tea for that. Someone who's grounded, nurturing, very supportive energy. You could use a tea for that to attract love if you're single, because it's got that energy. If you're in a romantic relationship, well, if you could add tea into a spell or working to ground, to strengthen the bond, the connection that you and your partner have, to deepen that connection. Even with friends, you could use it in that way to deepen or strengthen a bond. And because the moon's about emotions, you could also use tea to bind, to strengthen emotional ties, emotional bonds as well. So those are just some of the magical properties of tea, and it's good for these types of things. It's very good for protection, it's good for healing, it connects with the heart chakra, so it's good at healing the emotions, and it also connects with the root chakra and the third eye, so it connects to these types of chakras in the body as well, tea, and it heals you emotionally, it brings clarity to the mind and helps with your psychic gifts and abilities, brings wealth and abundance in. It can help attract love into your life or help you with self-love, like being grounded, being nurturing, supportive to yourself, or even attracting love into your life, or it helps manifest your dreams, your desires as well. So as always, that is the tea. That is me sharing the magical qualities of tea. Because a lot of us, we drink tea, and even drinking a cup of tea, something we do every day, that can be a ritual. That can, like if you're a practicing witch like me, drinking tea on a daily basis, that can become a magical ritual. You can transform drinking tea into a magical ritual, because a lot of the ingredients we add to tea, they've got magical ingredients, magical correspondences as well. So as always, sharing knowledge with you, and I hope this knowledge helps you in your magical path, your magical journey as well. Until next time, stay safe, stay wise, look after yourself, walk your spiritual path with pride, and take care. May part meet again. Blessed be.